Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video, and this is going to be another response to the Thrill Me Thursdays challenge that's done by, hey, isn't that Devon Graham? And this was a really good one. I tell you what, man, I've got to give it to you, this is a really great idea for this challenge, for this particular Thrill Me Thursday challenge. I got to give it to you. This was a really cool list to do. Got to give you a lot of credit for that, man. So, basically for this top 5 Thrill Me Thursdays horror challenge is your top 5 twists in horror. So I'm like, ooh, like I can like pick up a couple movies that I feel like have really good twists. Like one of them is well, so I'll say 2 of them are pretty well-known horror flicks, or not even just, like very well-known horror flicks for really good twists. But 3 of them I feel like are some of the more underrated ones, like different kind of choices. Because I really do enjoy the picks that he did. I think he picked like Saw, Sleepaway Camp, things like that. But I picked 3 of them that I feel like are some of the underrated horror twists, and I'll get to them when I get to them. So, let's get on to it. Number 5 for my favorite horror twist has to be Scream. This is my number 5 choice, Scream. Because I like the whole idea that it was 2 killers instead of just 1 killer. I thought that was a pretty cool twist, gotta admit. And just a fantastic cast of people. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Drew Barrymore, Skeet Ulrich, Rose McGowan, Matthew Lillard, Jamie Kennedy. I mean, just a hell of a cast of people. And the first Scream is just one of those 90s horror films that I've always loved. And like when I think of like top 90s horror films, this is like one of the top ones, up there with like Candyman among many others. But the twist with this, with being 2 killers, I thought was pretty interesting. So it's without a doubt my number 5 choice. Now, like I said, like the other 2, the 2 ones I'm going to talk about the twist because everybody knows about them. But for the other 3, I'm going to mention. I'm not going to say what the twist is. I was just explaining like why I love the movie, because like I don't want to ruin the twist for the 3 underrated ones. My number 4 choice is one of the more one of the underrated ones. Identity. This is just a really cool flick. It is a horror film, like a psychological horror film, where you have a bunch of people stuck at this motel during a rainstorm, and there's a killer picking them off one by one. It's kind of a mystery of who it is, and the whole twist at the end. I know a lot of people hated the twist. I almost dropped the DVD because of the excitement, but I know some people hate the twist of this, but I gave it some thought, and I really did enjoy the twist in this movie. I'm not going to say what it is, because I want to see people to see it for themselves. And this has a fantastic cast, too. John Cusack, Ray Liotta, Amanda Peet, Alfred Molina, Clea Duvall, John C. McGinley, Jake Busey, Pruitt Taylor Vince, Rebecca De Mornay, directed by James Mangold, same guy that did Logan, Copland with Stallone. He also did the Wolverine movie from 2013 with Hugh Jackman. I think he also did 3:10 to Yuma as well. But Identity, criminally underrated. Number 3, April Fool's Day. Another underrated one that I feel like deserves a lot more attention. The title itself tells you what the twist is. I mean, I'm not going to say like, you know, I mean, just the title itself tells you the twist. April Fool's Day is such an underrated gem from the 80s, and a fantastic cast of people. You have Amy Steele from Friday the 13th Part 2. You have Thomas F. Wilson, Biff from Back to the Future. You also have Deborah Foreman from Waxwork. You have Ken Oline, who was in summer school. He was the guy that always slept in class in summer school. He was also in Leprechaun. Other people in the film, too. I mean, you have Clayton Rohner, who was in The Relic, and sometimes they come back for more, among many other movies. Directed by Fred Walton, the same guy that did the original When a Stranger Calls. But April Fool's Day, truly underrated. I love the twist in this movie. Absolutely love that twist. Number 2, of course, is Sleepaway Camp. Had to have this in my top 5. I mean, the twist in here is just like one of the... I remember like the very first time I saw this movie. I remember when the twist happened, my jaw was like dropped. Like, it was like that. I mean, just such a great twist at the end. And like, when people think of like the top horror twists in movies, this is always going to be mentioned as one of the top ones. Especially like in this shot on the back. You can't really, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there you go, right there. Like, that shot right there is like a shot of the twist. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this twist. But, Sleepaway Camp. And my number 1 favorite horror twist in a movie had to be this one, just because after you watch this movie and then you think about the twist, then you rewatch the movie again, and then you can look at it through a different perspective, and it's a creepy concept. And I had to mention it. My number 1 favorite horror twist in a movie has to be this: Frailty. Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey. I reviewed the film before. I reviewed this film actually last Halloween. Halloween's coming up very soon, next month. Last year for Halloween, I did a 31 for each day of October. I did a review for a horror film, and I reviewed this film as part of the marathon. But easily one of the more underrated movies of all time. Such a great twist at the end. Then when you rewatch the film, knowing the twist, and you look at it through a different perspective, that's what I love about Frailty. It's fantastic. So there you have it. Those are my choices for this Thrill Me Thursday challenge. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care.